These are the best highlights from today's 2024 LPL Summer Split matchup.
The overbearingness of what Maokai can provide sometimes, right? They just grasp the ultimate from downtown, and how that can really close out your options can be very, very suffocating. So we'll see exactly what TL can get done as a... Yeah, that's a really nice trade.
I mean, Jackalib just walked at Hope. He's like, you're going to have to go for this CS. I'm Misfortune. What are you going to do about it? And in goes Mako on the level 2. The auto-Q before the flash. We said they were good, and they prove it in the first 2 minutes. This is going to be so difficult for them to deal with. Croco's moving down as Mako just starts the fight again. Hope loses half his health, but Mako is rooted, and perhaps a chance here for AL to answer. Mako goes down. AL answer the aggression from top.
Yeah, Mako just...
Those objectives, we saw that against FPX. They really were in control of those early games a lot of the time, especially the first 2 games of that series. And speaking of in control, Croco, kind of the ringleader, it feels like, of the team, moving down towards this bottom side. But Ala looking for the horn combo, triple brittle. Comes on through, 369 just clears the wave and keeps on trading. He does not care for your call on the Forge. Got it now down to the bottom side as Jackalib is caught out, but Croco, low on HP himself. The sleep will save the day, and Hope takes the kill.
Croco and AL find some trades on the bottom side, whilst Tien up here, he's doing the grubs, and they have a good idea that this is going on. I'd say that's all right for AL as long as they can get the dragon afterwards, but Croco's so chunked out.
This is what is required from AL if they want a chance in this series. But now top Esports, they go again. Roots in the bottom lane. Hope tanks it and cleanses, pushed into the bullet time, but he flashes to safety. Mako might be too deep on this one, but Cream is covered as well, and Kael has found himself alone. He's not the one that wants to be farming underneath the tower. He's only level 5 on the cow, and top Esports are having beef tonight. Be able to do so with the dot there, but no. Tien gets the smite. Jackalib, though, has stuck around perhaps a little too long. Stunned up. Hope should be able to finish the job. Flash comes out from Jackalib, but the 4th shot is just too much. Surprised to see the flash, to be honest. Towards the bot lane, but actually headed mid instead. He might look to try and match Ala there, who is on the roam up as well. We could have a bit of a 5v5 on our hands, in all honesty, as AL grouped up to try and contest, but might be a little bit late here. At least one grub is going to go the way of top Esports. And AL now just trying to stop 5 and 6 grubs, trying to potentially find an advantageous fight. Ala here to be that hard engage as Croco gets 1 grub. That might be all they get here. Roots tanked by Kael, and now Ala looks to engage himself. Look at the combo coming through, but the bullets go wide, and Jackalib walks away. Kael, low on HP, he's overcommitted, and will end up falling.
Yeah, it's definitely a little bit awkward. They only get 1 grub for their troubles, lose the kill. As we come out of the replay, the setup has been favorable for them, though, and they will get this dragon, and it will stop that early stack for top Esports. So no major pressure unless we see a hilarious flash Q from Tien right now over the wall, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, I would have been surprised to see him go for that one just for a Drake, but it will be AL at least evening Drake. So
these throw bodies at plays for less in the LPL. As speaking of throwing a body at a play, Ala, the victim of a poppy dive that might take 2 rounds.
I mean, he's pretty tanky. He is pretty damn tanky, but Cream's pretty good at taking these towers down. Stun comes on through, and a couple of lightning bolts. The Forge God meets Zeus.
Very unlucky for Ala. There's not really much he can do. Poppy can always just harass him all the way back. And he just dies through his troubles. Cream will pick up that tower. Still got a plate on it as well, and it'll be first tower of the game. So a lot of gold. Actually, 369 beats him to it.
His teammate outplays him. 369 takes the first tower of the game. To be honest, I think you're quite happy with the gold on either of them.
And I mean, oftentimes gold leads can be deceptive, but then you also look at the items as, take a second, Mako, he's been slept.
Mako just goes in, he just walks in, and like, what are you going to do about it? Tien gets his red buff. Was this worth it for Tien? Let's find out. 4th shot will find its mark. Hope gets one and a knock up onto 369. As in comes the Croc, and maybe AL have overstayed. They found a kill. Very, very in favor of top Esports, and these mid-game fights are what I've been so excited to see in this series. However, the carries start to get a little bit ahead of the side of TES, and we'll see if AL can contend in some way. And this is where that sort of creative shot calling that we were talking about before can really start to come in. AL have got to find a way to get numbers advantage, to get a pick, and Croco is trying to do exactly that down in the bottom lane. 369 goes in for the trade. Oh my god, what is the damage out from 369? Dodges the knockup, and Croco is sent away, but unfortunately, the Croc is all out of clock.
Indeed he is. Herald's in the mid lane here. Kyle's trying to make a meal of it. That's the ultimate from Tien.
IL, low HP. Oh, the zap finds him. Cream with an ultra shock laser through the tower. And top esports start to snowball. That's a tier 2 in the mid lane. Croco comes in behind the play. Big damage on Jackula for the W denied, and Croco goes down instead. Every time you try and make a play, top esports have the answer.
Just threw. AL tried it. Tried to answer it, but top esports, their rebuttal is just that bit stronger now. 369, he wants a bit of a rundown on Arla. I think he might just about have the... Well, he doesn't have enough fury. Oh, there is no tier 1 here, so it could...
Yeah, Arla can't get out.
Yeah.
OPLoLReplay yodels his last song as 369 tries to catch him. In the meantime, there's a big old scrap happening elsewhere, but Arla gets his combo off. And 369 now being surrounded. OPLoLReplay turns it around, and Shanks joins in the song.
Dominus 2 seconds.
369 will fall again. He just wants his 1v1, man.
Because Dragon spawns up as 369 goes down. So nice pick up here for AL. 369 just feeling himself a little bit too much, to say the least.
He's 700 gold up, but you know, Jackie Love 2,500, Cream 1,500. We talked about Cream and how good of a year he's had. And I think the thing that, oh, hang on, an attempt on the top side. 369 used his slice and dice, flashes away though. Kaya locks him up. The Call of Forge God is there. Plenty of damage to finish that Croc. Croco killing a Croc. It's Crocoside. Gravitate towards the Baron. I think they're just going to clear vision here.
Yeah, they should be. There's a teleport top, so they're trying to cross map now. Lane assignments are a bit awkward. Shanks coming out. Maybe there was a big bot wave to catch. I think there was time to not get caught out, even after getting the tower. Croco and Kyle are going to have to cover.
Not. I mean, Jackalope's moving over. Too. Shanks immediately jumps. Buster shot available for him. Should Mako try and close the gap? But I mean, it's not just Mako coming, it's everyone. And Jackalope finishes the kill. I mean, that Shanks down with Baron up on the map. That is not one of the tier 1, because Baron's going to get started.
Yeah, and this should go down as well, unless Croco can make a bit of a miracle happen. This Baron's being burned down fast. 8,000 health already.
Croco has flash, has smite. Can he find his moment?
That's what they want.
He's going to get into the pit.
He's got it.
Gets it. Croco turns golden, but AL, they abandon him. They know he's going nowhere. Puts them all to sleep. Top esports have a little slumber on the fact that Baron was nicked.
Who knows? AL, they're on this mid lane wave, and they're getting engaged on. Ult from downtown, and Hope's gone.
Hope's so far forward. Will survive with his flash, but his front line can't say the same. Croco now just arriving in the play with the Swill Seed. Goes right between the posts. Kael dies to his sapling. Chased down from the slope. And now top esports. They've only got 1 minion to work with, but I think that tower is as good as gone. That's going to be an inhib in the mid lane. And that's going to be top esports with undisputable map control.
All right, I'm going to continue to be AL's attorney for today. On the bright side,
Roots come in. Ala going to use his charge to block it. Kyle takes one as well. Mako's on the front line, but he survives. And the bullet time just hitting that front line. Call of the Forge God now comes through, along with the curtain call. There's not really any damage coming in, though, from the side of AL. They've thrown everything, and nothing came from it. Cream dives into the mix as Croco threatening on the bottom side. Both teams nervous to overcommit as 369 just about gets away with his life. Just out of auto range there. Top esports, they fancy themselves a Drake.
Yeah, they should get it. Croco, he's dancing around the idea. I just don't think it's going to be enough. But you can see the potential. Oh, Croco!
Flash from Mako, he's proactive, but in goes Kyle to save his jungler. Croco trying to get back into the fight again, but he's just going to get taken down. Just clicking in circles at this point. It's top esports. I think that might just be enough for them to break this base even further.
Yep, could even Look for the end if they can get Hope here.
It's reminiscent of level 1 as Hope gets flashed on and sent away again. Ala tanking for his team, but he's just not big enough to take on 5, not with 280 carries. Top Esports even throws some roots in and it sends Shanks packing. That'll be a second inhib tower. No, it won't. Top Esports, okay, wait for the next wave. It will be the tower going down.
Tower, no inhib, but still damage done. Lasting damage to the base again. It's like himself MVP for this game, to be honest with you.
It's quite possible. He's had a good one in the mid lane as well. I mean, TN's engages have been fantastic. There's a bullet time, it's on to Hope! And that is the end of all hope for AL in this first game. 369 happy to tank them all up as Croco tries to escape. 3-man sleep is nice, but it's not nice enough to survive the buckler. Mako finishes the job onto Croco. And I think that might just be game. JackeyLove slowed by the trap, and it means Shanks should be able to get away. The slow from the Make It Rain is not enough to stop the rocket jump. And Top Esports are pretty much bang on their average game time, 31 minutes as they just about broach the 32-minute mark. It will be game 1 going their way. It will be a gold lead the entire game. It will be lane differences. But a bit of a fight back from AL, not going down without at least battle. I'm just slapping Poppy again. It's so good against the Kalista. It's pretty good against the Lucian. Decent against the Lilia.
Indeed, that's really big. Is this 2v2? Kyle? Yeah.
This is going on. This is going on. Shanks is moving over. Mako's low as Hope is chunked, but he's played long enough and he gets a slow onto Mako. Can Shanks finish the job? Flash from Kyle. One more auto finishes it, and Shanks gets first blood. Reading Top Esports. They're like, look, JackeyLove and Mako extend this trade. They go for more. Shanks moves down and punishes. So many times in the previous game we saw 369, but Hope has to flash away. JackeyLove's low on HP, but Hope can't really get back in the action. And Mako survives. They turn it back around.
Oh my god.
Kyle's moved over as well. It's a 4v4 for the Grubs if Top Esports do decide to commit, but with Tien moving down, I think Top Esports realize this one is not their fight. They move over to trade for the Drake instead. So, good presence from AL, not allowing Top Esports to have their cake and eat it, as it were, as we often see. You know, I mentioned Top Esports love to get both, love to not trade. Forced to trade this time around.
He got the plants, you would have guessed. Space. There's that dragon, finally being taken down.
Getting these good trades. Meant to be holding him at arm's range. It's not happening. Double sleep comes on through. Croco taking the tower, gets out of range. True shot barrage goes slightly wide, but Croco knocked back under the bailout.
Oh.
Not quite in time. Hope now on the wrong side of the play. Shanks moves up to try and protect his AD carry, but the sapling slows it. And Cream, they're all there to be picked off one by one. Cream even gets up, but Shanks punishes. And now in a 2v1, JackeyLove has barrier. He's been baited in, and Shanks falls too. Shanks suddenly could be in trouble. Mako is behind the mid lane tower. Croco isn't that far away, but he's not close enough either. Shanks will fall, and Top Esports, they find the answer again.
They do.
Area, he'll be okay. 3 Grubs already for AL. They want a little bit more as Tien tries to make a play onto Hope, but with a TP coming on through, that'll be AL securing themselves 6 Grubs. Nothing Tien can do about it. Very, very nice win for AL. A much needed win considering how that first game ended up going. Objective control early really is the name of things with this kind of draft. Close that gap and we'll be gifted over these plates. Mako not going to be moving closer. Let's try and let JackeyLove get the plates if he can. I don't know if he really has the freedom to do so. Is Tien actually caught with a handshake? Here comes Croco. Answer comes on through from AL. They want to respond to the play, and Mako is caught on the wrong side of the tower. The Ren stacked up. It's not quite enough, though, and Croco is battered away, but there's a home run from Ala. Speaking of batting.
Already, it's all about Jace, all about Croco, slowly making it towards that first item ASAP. Speaking of Croco and Co, we'll pick up this dragon, make it one apiece, and we'll see what that soul will be and what the rift will be for the game.
So, good start from AL, honestly. 6 Grubs, managed to contest one of the first 2 Drakes as well. Last time around, Top Esports were like 4,000 gold up at this point. This time, AL have managed to get an even early game in terms of gold, but with an advantage in terms of objectives. I mean, he's about
That's
to.
what they're also worried about. And that's what he's about to. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, Cream trying to find the 1v1 with Shanks, but here comes Croco to finish the job, even committing to sleep just to guarantee it. 500 gold, a shutdown for Croco as Top Esports start the Herald anyway. Lilting, Lullaby, and Culling both on cooldown. 369 in the brush.
Do they know?
Dominus ticking. He's ready to get the stun on it. TN gets the Herald. 369 gets on to Croco. Look at the damage out from 369. He's torn AL apart. Flank from Alla as Jackie manages to get inside the pit, but Alla's closing the gap. Jackie forced to get out the backside as Shanks carrying the rest of the play. It's absolute chaos on the Rift. As now a TP, TN heals off the walls. Alla looks to get damage onto Cream. He's in a 2v1 though as Shanks has abandoned the play. Cream puts it towards Shanks. What a play from Alla! And TN goes down as well. Alla, that was insane!
The thundering blow, I think because of where Cream was going to land, it knocks him towards Shanks. No way. That's absolutely absurd. And it just about makes it a much more positive trade for AL. Absolutely nuts. Hope is also going to get this tier 1 on the top side too.
I don't think so. I don't think so. They start the Drake for themselves. This will be their second at Top Esports. Channel recalls. They acknowledge this is not the fight for them right now. Fantastic early game from AL. Fantastic mid game has been kicking off as well. They've got themselves the lead.
No, and 369's answering down here on the bomb side too. So this whole cross map just falls in favor of Top Esports there off the back of one ultimate from Jackie Love.
I mean,
2v1s, things of that nature.
Oh,
that's okay, never mind.
Double sleep. It's Mako and Jackie Love caught, but there's no real follow-up, and his Hope has to cleanse instead as now they jump onto Cream, and he's gone immediately, curdled right before our eyes. And AL with a pick onto the enemy mid laner. They can look to Baron. I mean, Top Esports are all chunked as well. This is a really hard contest. 369. The healthiest needs to be the one to go in and force the issue. Tien tries to get into the pit, but 369 pushed away by the hostile takeover, and Mako could barely get out with his life. In fact, take that back, maybe. Oh, no, he can. The shock pass goes wide as well. Mako somehow sprinted out to safety. Shanks is desperate for it, and he will be rewarded.
Eventually, does take down the Yordle with that Lucian W. They'll get this mid lane wave as well. Mid lane tower, no doubt, with the wave they've got there. Remember, 6 scrubs, these towers are going to melt when there's 2 or 3 members.
Deaths in this one. We criticise Shanks for getting caught out in the side lane. I mean, Cream just steps too far forward in the team fight. I think perhaps not expecting the face call, maybe didn't see that. 369 has an aggressive position he's found himself in. Wants to try and find a flank onto AL through the mid lane. TN starts the engage as here comes the Croc. Stun onto the top side of the fight, and Hope will fall. The bailout not quite there in time. 369 just cuts through everyone, but Mako's gone too deep, and 369 fell as well. Swell seed onto Jackie Love as Shanks charges on forwards, and Alla is here to finish the job. He remembers 2023, and he wants revenge on Jackie Love. 1 HP in a dream, but Shanks puts that to bed.
The hopes of AL being reinvigorated because Top Esports look for a pick and hope that they can get home. And now another wave's on its way. Shanks is going to tank some of that, but he doesn't quite have the full HP, but it's enough between the two here with Grubs to break open the base, do that lasting damage. I'm going to have too many more chances, if any, to really come back into it. It was that one Hail Mary play, and it all goes in favor of anyone's legend.
In these fights, the handshakes as well, using that face call effectively to find the knockups and peel for his team. Really, really nice game on that Renata for him. I'm just so glad to see AL showing up. This is a team that I've been excited about all year.
Yeah, it's 2 big ultimates though. Turn ultimates from AL. I mean, the Baron's just gone. That's the big problem.
Tien trying to get into the pit. The shield is there, but the Baron's already gone. And Cream sent back into his own jungle. 369 wants to jump forwards. He wants to be the front line, but He's a late game Renekton into no man's land, and look at this.
Allah.
Flank TP from Allah, looking for Jackie Love, and he finds his mark once again. Allah has had a phenomenal game on the Jace, and he ain't finished just yet as Cream falls for another, and it's the win for AL.
I don't think we're going to see Allah on this Jace again for the rest of the night. If I was top esports, I was one of those 5 players. I think that's the information I'll be relaying to my coach as they're onto the Nexus Towers, and they're going to even out this series.
MVP performance from Allah out of the top side, locks in Jace. Forget Ornn from game number 1. I mean, this is all you could possibly ask for, isn't it? Allah going old school. We said we wanted carries. He's going 2020 all over us.
To see 1-to-1 against TN here, he should continue to grow a lead, and a very substantial one at that. Just the nature of the jungle matchup as Croco. He's hanging around the spot side.
AL sets up onto Jackie Love, but they're underneath the tower, and Mako dodges away from the roots. Ignite is there though, and Hope has the damage to finish the job. Ignite from KL for first blood.
Yeah, I had my eyes there on whether or not the root was going to connect onto Jackie Love, but Mako is the victim of this gank.
AL doing a good job of reading those skill shots and dodging them. It's a 1,000 gold lead for AL at just the 5 3/4 minute mark. Don't think anyone's ever pointed out the 5 3/4 minute mark in League of Legends before, but here we go. 369 with an all-out onto Allah. He's not even level 6 just yet. And guess what? 2 supports have entered the top lane as well. Mako flashes to grab himself a kill.
That top side.
Allah should be 6 off of this wave as well. He's like 1 or 2 minions away. So with that grand challenge, he should be able to sway a fight. That's a route onto Jackie Love. And a cleanse forced out by Croco. And only off of his E as well. This is going to be 2 more grubs picked up. And there we go. That will be all 3 once the spike comes down onto the final one. TN moves down to the bottom side as 369 will grab a plate. And again, top esports try and answer on the opposite side. It's sort of their signature at this point.
Across maps.
Yeah.
Kind of teetered out. I feel like teams are starting to do it now. Kind of, again, just kind of acknowledging what's worth and what's not. I just feel like it dropped out of habits for a while.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Hopefully, for Worlds, we'll see that back in force. Alice, some really nice trades in the 2v1. Keeps on getting those grass procs, but Mako wants to finish the job. Challenge issued, and Allah gets another grass proc. He's somehow going even in the 2v2, but TN's here. It's not 2v2 anymore. Riposte ain't enough. And TN will grab the kill. Let's be honest, Daisy grabbed the kill.
Daisy Tyson picks that one up.
Let's try and stop AL's ability to contest. No Drake up for 2 minutes as well, so while Top Esports grab themselves these grubs with 5 members committed, it was a TP to the bottom side from Shanks as he tries to get some plates. 369 has TP available if 369 wants to be the one to answer and try and catch this wave. I would imagine he will.
Yeah, he's going to base first. Maybe spend a bit of gold.
Oh, he might get died.
Yeah, I don't think he's teleporting down there anymore.
Allah.
Yeah, I mean, whole tower here in trade. Top tower as well is quite high HP, I think. It's still above half HP, and that Draven ult will clear out the wave.
I think Cream just blocked the Draven ult, so it wouldn't hit the
you know
wave.
what? I think you're right.
I think Cream intentionally blocked the Whirling Death in the mid lane to stop that hitting the top wave. So Jackie Love gets to stay on that tower. In the meantime, though, AL showing no signs of stopping as they hit into the tier 2. Root comes down, Stranglethorn's there as well, but 369 buffers it. And a redemption on through from TN keeps his top laner alive.
Yep, redemption as well. Very, very important there. Heals him up like 250-ish HP. Ensures that a 369 no threat of being dove. And a big chunk out of that tier 2 tower on the bottom side. And
can Top Esports be decisive enough on these objectives and not allow Allah that time at the side lane?
It's always going to be kind of the skill check mark here for Top Esports. How they manage this Fiora. All they've really done is delay the inevitable and given themselves a lot of extra time to work with on the rest of the map, right? The 4v4. Well, that 1v1, it will eventually turn, the tide will turn eventually. Allah will very handedly win that 1v1.
Oh, Daisy goes back in and is immediately finished. Magnus Stormer's hope flashes to safety. And now the bullet time in response. Mako forced the flash, but it's a route onto Shanks. 369 there, but the damage isn't. 369 onto the tower to finish the job. Sacrifices himself, but denies the adoration. Jaculov survives as Alan tries to do the same.
Goodness me, top laner, same brain. Sacrifice himself for it. Kyle.
Crocco's behind. The Stranglethorns comes out. It's back off a cooldown. And Hope Vision. Oh, we can't get Vision. The ward is in the Ivan brush, not the real one. And Mako walks away. TN saves the day with that brush.
It's not even quite that, Joe. When you put an Iron brush down next to a brush, it basically codes itself as an extension, so the controller just blocks it regardless. It's so sad.
Not sure there's much more Ala could have done on that one.
No, I don't think there is. Very unfortunate. Ivan's just a very frustrating champion at times.
The day Kyle!
Yep.
He's good. About walks away.
We know you want to. Just one more wave, buddy. It's okay.
Yeah. So they hold off for now. 5-2 on the scoreboard, and 2 Drakes for AL. That's the advantage they've got, really. I don't know if he can finish the T. Oh no! The TP comes through from Cream. Oh, and 369 here as well. Ala is going to go 0, 4, and 0.
Okay.
No, he's not! He gets the Hex Gate! Ala's out of there!
I can't believe it.
Us top esports fans have seen that before plenty of times. I mean, that's the nature of it, isn't it? Top esports have to win this series so that they can get to finals and then lose dramatically in game number 5 when it all looked so good.
Yeah.
Oh, Jaculov. That gold lead, but it's only 1,000 at this point in the game. 2 items on TN. That's the advantage that top esports are playing with, and they kind of need to get this Drake. It'd be soul point for AL. If they can find the steal, Crocco moves on in, but Mako denies the engage. He answers with losing his own life. No, the heal! And it's Crocco that gets the kill. Shanks no cash in. His Cream is caught in the back of the pit. Flash is available. Tien's there as well. Crocco gets some plants down. Tien's still staying at the back of the pit. Daisy's second round of the fight.
Oh my god, Daisy.
He's just staying. Okay, bullet time. That's enough to get the flash out from Tien.
Tien is so paid. That is so...
It's ridiculous.
I won't leave until you make me. Until Elder Swans. In a way, it's almost kind of good. Again, remember, I'm Anyone's Legends attorney for today, so...
Really, is the significant win condition from the side of AL? Oh, hang on, Cream's walking straight into Ala. Ala wants to find his combo. That's 3 vitals, gets the 4th. The heal is there, but so are the whole team from top esports. Cream will finish the job. Riposte comes on through, but it's just not enough.
Yep, and there's no setup here for AL. Send the other mid laner, send the other solo lane to it. In this case, Cream is more than capable. In this case, got a lot of help. As he did face check Ala, probably would have died by himself. His Hope's in a bit of trouble now.
Hope knocked up, dodges away from the root, has to flash the wall eventually. Mako charge forwards, and Jaculov finds his mark. The sniper from the bottom lane for top esports, and Crocco forced a flash as well.
More and more suffocated for AL. I must be very excited about seeing this Fiora pick. 0-4-0.
These kind of compositions for top esports we've seen coming in. You know, Ivan has a history in the LPL. Hang on a second, Crocco's caught. Crocco's down. Kyle might not get out with his life either. As Cream, he may have lost his Tristana win streak, but he's looking to set one up on Lucian instead.
There he is. Another pick comes through. That's jungle support. That should be Baron. Ala's also on the top side. He's not even on the side he probably would prefer to be on in this kind of situation. Teleported up here out of base, so what is he really going to be able to do? I think the answer is nothing. Going to have to back up, reset. And that's just going to be top esports stamping their authority.
Yeah.
All over game number 3.
This one's been kind of painful to watch, honestly. If you're a fan of AL, like Drake's back-to-back as well as the Baron for top esports. And honestly, TN's Ivan is kind of nuts, no? Like, this is his 7th game on the champion and championship points. If they get a win here, they can make regionals instead of JDG. But a loss here is enough to send them home. This will end the year for AL in top esports. the gatekeepers of the top 4, the gatekeepers of the regionals, and look to break down the gates here of AL Space.
Gonna do just that. Kick down the doors. Baron's still got 40 seconds left. How much of a meal? Oh my god, Croco!
Oh, what a pick from Top Esports. Jaculov dives in to get that final ticket damage down. Hope denied his ultimate as Top Esports break the base. What a pick to finish the game there. Beautiful little combo. Game feels like a team win, you know. They're all such exceptional players. Whirling Death to try and clear the way, but there's a cannon there. Kyle tries to be somewhat on the front line, but he's just not tanky enough. And Creed is 2v1ing Hope. Croco on the backside. 3 inhibs down. Top Esports are done with game number 3. They were offended by the audacity of AL winning game number 2, and they are not having any more of it. Jaculov finds another attack. His rage splitting on the bottom side of the map. He knows it's over. AL all know that this one is over. And Top Esports find match point with a dominant game.
AL have given themselves, in my head, what should be 3 lanes of Prio, a Karthus, and pretty solid scaling when it's all said and done. I do feel like Top Esports, just that flat face value, do scale a bit harder.
It's for 2 summoners down in the bottom lane.
Yeah, big wave pressure as well. Hope he's gonna stick around. He's super low. There's no jungler on either side of the map down there because they're both up here. TN's making his way towards Ala.
Ala's getting solo killed. Ala's getting solo killed by 369. He's 9s all day today.
Gragas still finds a solo kill in this 1v1, and Ala is going to be looking for a little while now as TN.
Shanks wants TN here. The movement speed is there. Mako's over the wall. Oh, Shanks not willing to commit for it. Knew that TN's abilities were coming back off cooldown soon.
Pretty much all the time. Now, grubs are spawning up. Croco is on the top side, but so is TN. TN has been spotted on vision. I will also add, though, because of...
Oh, no. Ala's rooted while the grubs are up. I don't know if... I wasn't sure if they would try and commit for a pick, but instead TN moved over towards the grubs. It's one taken by AL. Honey through there for Ala, but so is Cream. I'm not sure that was a positive trade. And that's a flash away from Ala. Top Esports will claim the other 2 grubs. And AL really struggling on this top side.
Yeah, this was definitely supposed to be a heist job from AL. 1 grub and out. Ala just makes a bit of an oopsie. Shanks was chunked out in the mid lane. Didn't actually have the opportunity to rotate over, and also Mako was first move over Kyle, so...
Fight once again for the Silver Dragon. It'd be embarrassing for them, honestly, considering the year they've had. Green forced away by Shanks, but Shanks takes tower shot. Not ideal there, and now with rockets flying on in, Creep has very much control of the mid lane.
Yeah, Shanks is also very much out of mana. I think there is a plant there, just barely off screen, as Croco steals away the blue. Doesn't get caught by the root.
Early on the Stranglethorns
there from
TN, forces the flash from Croco, true shot hits 2, in comes Hope to finish Mako off support, for support. Cream still hammering out the poke, and so is Jaculov. AL can't stick around. But can he match up to Cream, who has had an exceptional year? Cream is a player in my mind that this is the year for him to prove that he is a top mid laner. All the previous years, you know, his time on OMG, it was him making a name for himself and starting to become a household name within the LPL. This is the year, this is the playoffs for Cream to separate himself from the pack. TP's coming down on the bottom side as Hope uses that ultimate. Requiem comes into play, and Jaculov is taken out of the picture. Hope grabs the kill as Mako is knocked up as well. Do they have the CC to finish the job? I don't think so. TN protects his support as Ala isn't done hunting just yet. And TN looks pretty juicy to him under the tower. Big damage onto the plant as KL gets back out of tower range. But TN doesn't have a way out. The wave is about to crash, and I think he's about to be dived. In the meantime, Croco's been solo killed by 369, and Tank Gragas with 2 solo kills in a single game. Hope answers at least with his second. Our first live adoption here in the LPL. This 369 decides to be Ala's dad. Yeah, tough one for Ala. up here at the top lane, and he's on the wrong side of the matchup. Oh, God. Requiem comes through. I mean, it's stopped 369 going for it, but honestly, I'm not sure that that really changed the matchup. Ben touched him. Either way, Croco gonna use that first strike.
Sounds like healing trade back. He doesn't even have Bramble Vest. Like, he's just winning these trades that hard. You know, like... Oh,
don't need to cut his sustain if you could just out-sustain his sustain, says 369. Cream TP's down. And it'll be a tower surely, but here's hope to get some damage down alongside Ala. True Shot Barrage is there, and 369 will fall. Huge shutdown for Hope, and Shanks gets one as well. Massive play for AL.
Okay. Very good for AL. Very, very huge. That shutdown as well in particular. Going over to Hope. Hope is... He's been spoon-fed this game, to be frank. He's 302 now. He might have even just bought a second item, like Shiv, Boots, pretty cheap combination. Maybe not bought a whole second item, but he's going to be damn close.
Just in caster mode, just confidently say anything. And
just say anything, and it'll get proven wrong later on Twitter. Hello!
Mako says,
goodbye.
Go in! Requiem down, though, to try and answer, but it's not quite enough damage. Cullen comes through. Jaculo protecting his support. He finally has one, and he loves it. Turns it around onto Kyle, and that'll be Drake for TES.
Goodness me. What a snap moment there from top esports. Mako as well squeaks out. 1 HP. I can't quite remember who was blocking that culling, but I think Mako's going to give him a big old hug after this game.
It was Jackie
their second dragon.
His very own AD carry. Ults the wave, clears this one out. Shanks is bolted under by Mako. 369 flashes to get a knockup. Doesn't actually have the damage, and now Shanks gets a chance himself. Hope wailing away onto 369, but doesn't have the damage. This Shiv not hitting as hard as a Kraken Slayer.
It's me. Oh! Okay. Scary.
This is a scary game. There's a lot of knife's edge play in this game from both teams.
I now have full rage in the middle of mid lane when I haven't been in combat for the last 30 seconds. Nothing strange.
Fighting the wolves, I swear.
Yeah. 3 seconds. They've got 2 AD carries and a Karthus. They have been spotted, like you say. So they're going to have to drop off it. But in a second, they took off 3k HP. So do with that information what you will.
Okay, Requiem free fight here. That's a nice little chunk onto top esports. What do we get in? 70 gold! 10 more than last time. Blue trinket available for Jackie Love. Mako just drops a ward into the pit. And AL, I mean, to be honest, a pretty weak attempt on the Baron, while Cream just does the Drake on the other side of the map. Top esports, they eat macro like that for breakfast.
Get a tower as well out of this. A little bit of mid-game shenanigans here from AL. Gonna cost them a tower. Soul point, not the most impactful thing right now, but I tell you what, in 4 minutes and 50 seconds, it certainly might be. And also Chemtech Soul.
This is his moment to really show the world what he's made of and show everyone why AL are in the top 6 right now. Why they deserve a shot at that double elimination. TP behind enemy lines from Ala. This time, the Dominus will work out. This time, it's set up, but Kyle's just evaporated before my very eyes. Ala late on the flank. He's trying to get in, but he's 1v4 at the moment. 369 arrives to turn it 1v5. It's an unmitigated disaster for AL.
And now be Baron off the back of this play here for top esports. The game has been on a knife's edge. Croco's here, he's got flash. Not worth it. His call.
Oh no.
We're gonna smite those, and now they're on the wrong side of the map.
Oh, Croco's doomed, isn't he?
Yep, goodbye. Oh.
And there we go, one last auto from Cream. Finishes the job. Top esports, they've got that Baron. They're one of the most efficient teams with the Baron in the entire game. They're so good at taking these objectives, and with a Corki Ezreal comp as well. It's not like the comp's not good at sieging. They're going to pressure in both mid lane and bot lane, and both in-hip towers barely surviving, although the bot lane calls me a liar as it falls. And top esports very much on the cusp here. All of those stories of the AL players could be ending, as it's 2 inhibitors. Mako chunked in the Requiem will finish the job. That's 1 for AL.
They have to chase this down.
The Prey Seeker doesn't land. The Void Seeker even. as Hope can't really find a way in. No, Kyle is caught by the roots! And Top Esports, they lose Mako, they answer in kind onto Kyle.
They can make the chase down work, but very smart. Bit of usage from the blue ward. They catch Kyle looking for that wide wrap around, and coaching staff of Top Esports. Every time Top Esports wins a fight.
Yeah.
No doubt, as they're looking.
And right now, they're about to broach that double elimination once again. They're going to go back into that all too familiar top 4 in the LPL. As the third in him is broken. The base in shambles for AL.
Arla's got to get in there, and Hope's got to assassinate a Squishy. That's it, but the time's running out. They've got to pull the trigger soon.
It's a team effort from Top Esports. As in goes Ala. Mako denies his engage. Cream escapes as well as Ala now chunked, knocked up, and will be finished off. 369 escapes the top side of the play. Requiem onto 369 and Mako, but it's just not enough. And Top Esports will find those Nexus towers. They will find AL's members' hope sent back onto the fountain as Top Esports remind everyone who they are and what they stand for. To the top indeed.
These were some of the best highlights from today's 2024 LPL Summer Split matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.